Hey there, Joel with Power Stance Import Export. And if you came across this video through an eBay listing, thanks for watching. That's what these videos are for. But if you happen to come across it through a random YouTube search or suggestion and you have any questions about the vehicles, feel free to contact us at Power Stance Import Export on Facebook or Instagram. And you can call us at the number listed below as well anytime. And we are one of the largest suppliers of Land Rover Defenders in Michigan and most of the Midwest. So give us a call. Thanks. Hello, and up for sale today I've got a Land Rover Defender 90 pickup with the 300 TDI and the R380 transmission. So this is a right-hand drive UK import. It's been legally imported and it's now located here in Michigan and comes with a clean, clear Michigan title. So I'm going to walk you around the vehicle, show you the inside, the outside, the underside, and we'll go for a test drive. So we'll start off here in the back. Notorious rusty areas in Land Rover Defenders are the rear cross member. And as you can see, this one is in fantastic condition. And we'll show you the back side as well. Beautiful condition. And it has been replaced in the past. You can see where they welded on a new rear cross member recently. So this vehicle has undergone a mild restoration in the last couple years. The paint job, which is Land Rover Nara bronze, a beautiful metallic brownish bronze color, that has been professionally done. We got a brand new bed liner in the back here from the guys at Z-Tech. They did a fantastic job. So your bed is now bulletproof. Fold down tailgate. We've got LED signals in the rear. Move it around here to the passenger side. We got a beautiful set of Toyo Open Country. I believe these are 265/70 R16, so a tiny bit wider than stock, but same diameter, so your speedo is going to be correct. It does have wheel spacers in here. Looks like we got a brand new set of wheel flanges as well. And these are Terra Firma 16-inch RVS beadlock system wheels. So they are beadlock ready. There's no beadlock on them right now, but you can put those on there. Rock sliders. The doors are in fantastic condition. No rust whatsoever. And these are not welded or repaired. These are new doors. And they do have the holes on the bottom so they'll drain properly and they won't rust on you. All right, moving on here to the front. And we've got a beautiful set of oversized wheel flares in matte black. And they match quite nicely to the light surrounds, also in matte black. Front grille is in beautiful shape. This hasn't been repainted or anything. This is original or a replacement, but it's in great shape. Front bumper is also great, no rust. And this is a very clean, rust-free vehicle, and I'll show you all around the whole thing, don't you worry. Checker plate on the front wings. Here is the 300 TDI. See if we can get a good look at the footwells. So you can see down in there, they've got a nice liberal coating of rust proofing on them. And I don't really see where they've been repaired or welded on. They're actually in pretty decent shape. This is normally where they rust out, right in here. Also, those are in pretty decent shape. Engine itself looks nice and tidy. There's the head gasket. No leaking there. Maybe a tiny bit of oil coming out of the valve cover gasket, but nothing serious at all. No diesel leaking. Breather's looking good. That looks to be a new fuel lift pump. Fuel pump itself is in great shape. All right, so let's take a look on the inside. And again, here's the driver's side door. Beautiful, perfect condition. No rust, no repairs. Just an all-around good condition. Inside here, we got a set of aftermarket seats. So they are actually pretty comfortable, but as you can see, they're kind of tall. So your clearance from your legs to the steering wheel, not that great, but they are, you know, I'm a 5'8" barefoot. So I fit in here pretty decently. but any other larger people might have a tough time in here. Headliner is in great shape. Windscreen is new as well, I believe. No fading, no fogging or cracking or anything like that. All in great shape. We do have 108,000 miles on the clock, which is extremely low. We got a looks to be a no-mo steering wheel, missing the center cap. Footwells as well in great shape. There's a lot of sound deadening material on here. This is some 1/2 inch thick foam underneath the floor mats. There's some sound deadening material as well. We do have a pedal lock system here, so you can lock up your pedals. It's just a serious theft deterrent. We also have sound deadening material under the bonnet as well. It is missing the sound deadening cover that goes on top of the engine, but it is nice and quiet on the inside. Aftermarket snow cowls, checker plate. Again, Toyo Open Country. It's a great off-road, on-road tire. All right, so now let's take a look at the underside. Okay, so here's the front outrigger. Again, as I said, this vehicle has undergone a pretty mild, or actually more than mild restoration. We got brand new bushings on the entire vehicle, so this thing runs and rides like it's brand new. It absorbs the bumps very nicely, as hopefully I'll be able to portray in the video. Front outrigger looks to be original, maybe a little bit of welding right there, but this is not wax oil. This is serious heavy duty chassis paint, the bulletproof type stuff here. So there we are in the rear control arms, new bushings as well, and looks to be a newer set of terra firma shocks and springs. Drive shafts look new as well, and we do have a brand new exhaust, and as you see from the photos and other parts of the video, it's got a Y pipe in the back and it splits off into dual exhaust, which is kind of cool. And again, there's the chassis, the rear cross member. A little bit of welding here, but on the major rust areas, no welding has been done. They're all in great shape. I'm gonna put up the tailgate here. There's our dual exhaust, and it looks to be stainless actually. There's the rear axle, brand new bushing on the rear A-arm as well. Those are a big job. Looks to be new brake lines as well. They did a decent job bending them, but that's not a factory bend there. But they are in great shape. Drum brakes in the rear. Nice set of mud flaps. A little bit of decorative rear checker on the back. Nothing corroded there, that's purely decorative. And again, here's the back side of the rear cross member. Okay, so we do have a little bit of a patch right there on the bottom rear section of the chassis. Yeah, and terra firma shocks and springs. New bushings, looks like poly bushings. And let's take a look at the bottom of the engine here as well. There's the front drive shaft. That looks to be new as well, in great shape. There's the transfer case, very dry, no leaks. And there's the transmission, also very dry. I don't see any leaks there either. Very, very clean. Oh, there's another patch right there. So the chassis has been welded on a little bit, but it all looks to be very solid. Here's the front outrigger, also in great shape, and everything, as you can see, has been painted quite liberally with the chassis paint, and that stuff sticks really well. This is not going to rust for a very long time. All right, so let's get to the front. The jack points, those are in great shape. Steering dampener, looks Looks like the swivels are in great shape as well. The radius arms on the front, new bushings. Pitman arm or steering arm. That tie rod end is in great shape. That tie rod end as well. No cracking or dry rotting in the rubber. Here's the bottom of the motor. Okay, so I have not washed this off or power washed it, and this is almost a first for me, I think, seeing a 300 TDI that does not have any oil leaking out of the bottom. So this engine's in great shape. Looks to be a newish oil filter on there, so I'm guessing the oil has been changed recently. Other than that, so I give this Underside an A-. A couple of little patches here and there, but it is solid and very clean. Okay, so now let's take it for a drive down this bumpy dirt road, and hopefully we can show you that the vehicle handles the bumps really well because of all the new bushings, new tires and everything. Just makes it ride really good. Okay, so had to get a little creative with the camera angle here. Normally I film from behind so you can watch out the window, but since this is a pickup cab, not a whole lot of options. So we got it sandbagged down to the floor here, so hopefully the camera doesn't move. Might need to invest in one of those suction cup GoPros. We'll see. All right, so there's first gear, second gear. All right. So, going over a very washboardy dirt road right now. It's kind of hard to tell, but you can feel that the vehicle's handling the bumps very solidly, and it doesn't rattle the whole vehicle or anything like that. Nice thing about the pickup is got the same storage in the back as the station wagon 90, but a smaller cab. So in the wintertime, I guess it's very easy to heat it up in here and keep it nice and warm. You got a smaller actual cabin space here, and you could fit larger items back there. And it's a little different. Not a lot of pickups in the States right now, which is cool. So they were going up a hill right now in third gear, no problem. The 300 TDI has plenty of power. So we're going to drop it into second gear here, give it some beans. So that's 40 miles an hour and 50 in third gear. There's fourth gear and fifth gear. So we're doing about 45 miles an hour here. We're going to come to a stop. Alright, so letting off the brakes here off the steering wheel. No pulling to the right or left. Make sure nobody's behind me. Alright, so we'll pull in here and we'll back out using the old reverse. And in the R380, it's to the right and down. Alright, so there's reverse. And I'm dropping the clutch a little hard here so you can hear there's no clunking in the gear changes, and it's got plenty of power. Accelerates quite nicely, so this engine's running real good. No smoke out of the tailpipe that I can see, except a little bit. It's a diesel, so it's going to smoke a tiny bit on acceleration, but other than that, she runs real good. So I'd have to say that out of all of the Defenders I've test driven and sold, this one is definitely top 3, top 2 maybe even of the nicest